everybody. I'm Joe Pitts. I'm the mayor of the beautiful city of Clarksville, and we are talking today about the Mayor's Youth Council, and I am joined by Hannah Dodson. Hannah and I are going to talk about the Mayor's Youth Council, class of 21, talk about the changes that have come up through this year, and then talk a little bit about the people that make up the Mayor's Youth Council and what it is. But let me just tell you that I wanted the Mayor's Youth Council, it's been around several years, but I wanted it to be the preeminent youth leadership program in the city. There are all sorts of opportunities for our high school students to participate in the community, but I really wanted the Youth Council to have an opportunity to learn about city government first and foremost, but also learn about their community and to be able to engage in the community. And so several months ago, Hannah came to us and had a great idea on how to reformulate, realign, reorient the Mayor's Youth Council to make it more productive. And we have currently about 54 members, Hannah?
57.
57 members. See, Hannah is the president of the Mayor's Youth Council this year, but she's also a senior at Rossview High School. So 57 members. So tell us a little bit about who the leadership is in the Mayor's Youth Council this year, and then how you've kind of organized or reorganized the Mayor's Youth Council.
So basically, the leadership is comprised of an executive board with the president, the vice president, and the communications coordinator.
Okay.
The vice president is Gracie Harper, and the communications coordinator is Caroline Johnston.
Okay.
Then each pod or group of students that is made up of around 9 or 10 members has its own representative, and so there are 6 pods. And each representative is kind of in charge of that pod and gets with the executive board in cabinet meetings. So the representatives are Gracie Hill, Corin Odell, Rianne Brown, Taylor Albertia, Brooklyn Banks, and Tyler Rose. And along with those people, we also have the directors of social media, who are Bella Allen, Caitlin Strawberry, Brianna Skolman, Faith Sale, Candle Brown, and Olivia Smith.
You know, I know several of those names, and they are very involved in the community already, and they'll provide excellent leadership to the pods or to the small groups. So it was your vision to break the large 57-member council into smaller pods or groups to allow them to engage more, plus to build relationships with the other students. So tell us what's gone on so far in the Mayor's Youth Council. It's early in the year, so kind of tell us what's happening so far.
So basically, we've only had one big full council meeting where I addressed introductions and everything. I mean, the full council meeting was online, of course, and we also had our first cabinet meeting where we addressed elections. So the pods got into their boards for elections and everything went really, really smoothly. And I am really happy because we were able to elect all the pod representatives, all the directors of social media, and now they're set on making project ideas currently. So.
You know, one of the things that impressed me with this year's class is I think we have every high school represented in Montgomery County.
I believe so.
Public and private. And we even have some homeschool students that are involved as well, which is wonderful because it brings just a well-rounded perspective into the Mayor's Youth Council.
Yes.
Okay, so we're now early in the year. Let's look forward a little bit and what you're hoping to accomplish over the next few weeks or months with the council.
So right now, I've tasked all the pods with 2 meetings this month so that they can assign themselves projects that will have to be approved by the executive board and all the youth advisors and everything. So hopefully each of those pods will have one big project that correlates to their topic, which are education, and then you have social justice, food and housing insecurity, public health, citizen participation, and the environment. So we are trying to hit all the areas of Clarksville that we can help, especially in the time of need that is COVID-19.
Right, exactly. And I think as our community has grown and continues to grow, all of those topics are very timely. Food insecurity especially, you know, we hear lots about children going without food because school's not in session. And so there's just a lot of needs in the community. So that's one of the great benefits of the Mayor's Youth Council really digging in. So you divide it up into pods. They have sort of their overarching initiative topic title. And then what?
planning out all the projects.
Okay.
We have everything, all executive board positions filled. We have lots of projects that are underway. Hopefully, I've actually contacted the commission for Montgomery County, the Montgomery County Election Commission,
Okay.
and hopefully we will get some kids out there as poll workers this year.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. And I know that's a concern
Mm-hmm.
because, they've got to have a lot of volunteers. Okay, you talked about a communications coordinator for each
Mm-hmm.
pod and then an overall communications coordinator for the council.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the social media strategy, the hashtags, and what people out there can look for when they look for the Mayor's Youth Council.
Well, one of the big things about the Mayor's Youth Council in the past few years is that it hasn't had that much awareness.
True.
In on social media and stuff. A lot of kids were only heard about it once over the intercom at school, and they were like, sure, why not? Or their parents were like, do this.
Right.
So they did, and they had a lot of fun, hopefully. And I did. So basically, I want to expand that presence. I want to make it to most social medias. I'm only on Instagram, so I can only tell you about Instagram.
Okay.
But I can tell you that it would be really awesome just so we can spread awareness, because awareness in the end is just as important as actually doing the thing, because you at least get the information and the knowledge out there that might be kind of confusing for some teenagers.
So if people want to look us up on Facebook, for example, do we have a page already? Or
Not
that's
yet.
in
The
formulation?
communications coordinator is working on that.
Okay. All right. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
And I guess I should have said, when you have your meetings, those meetings are happening virtually?
Yes.
Okay. We've been very deliberate to make sure we're safe. We did have the 2 initial meet and greets in person, but we did all the right things, masks and social distance and that sort of thing. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So fast forward to the end of the year, what do you hope to see happen?
I hope to have all the pods complete at least 2 big projects.
Okay. Wow. Ambitious.
Yeah, 1 for each semester.
Okay.
And hopefully they'll be super excited for next year, and they'll be excited about the pods and new ideas, because I provided them all with different pod project ideas. Of course, they probably won't be able to get all of them done, and sadly I won't be here next year to see them to fulfillment, but hopefully they will have everything completed and they'll really help the community.
Now, I know this is your 3rd year, right, with the Mayor's Youth Council. What attracted you to it the first year when you applied?
Well, I just wanted to figure out what government was really about.
Okay.
I had always been interested in it. I was in Youth Leg, Model UN, speech and debate for a few years. And I was just like, hey, that's a thing that I think I would be really good at that.
Okay.
So I joined and I got in and I was really happy. And the first year was amazing. And I was like, I'm definitely doing this the rest of high school.
Right.
And here I am.
Now, last year was my first year to be involved and engaged with the Mayor's Youth Council. And I was just very impressed with the energy, obviously. But what were some things that you all did last year? Because I remember a very well done video on suicide prevention awareness.
So that was my first year on the council. Last year, what we did was we did a veterans video. That's right. And we also, I think we were planning another book drive that we had done the year prior to continue that in the youth literacy initiative that I hope to continue doing under our education pod. But since COVID-19 started up in March, we were not able to complete those final tasks.
Okay. So if a high school student, and this is open to juniors and seniors, were watching this video and they wanted to get involved next year, because obviously the class is already set, what do you recommend they do?
Well, when we get an Instagram and all of the social media stuff, we will be posting all the time. And when it comes to application season, we will definitely let you guys know. Okay,
good. Well, I want to say thank you for your leadership of the Mayor's Youth Council. Again, the email that you sent to us with these suggestions on how we want to reorganize it to make it more effective, I think was the catalyst behind making it more effective and more meaningful, not only for the students who are participating, but for the city. Because the things that you mentioned that the pods will be doing will make a lasting impact, especially during this time where the virus is still with us and liable to be for a while to come. So this is Hannah Dodson. She's the president of the Mayor's Youth Council, senior at Rossview High School, has a very bright future. And we're looking forward to working with the Mayor's Youth Council this year. I think there's some meetings on my calendar where the leadership team will get together with me and kind of catch me up and make sure that I'm fully aware of what's going on and can help where I can. So, Hannah, thank you.
Thank you so much for listening.
You're welcome.